Michael, it's time to wrap up, and it's appropriate that we wrap up with a laugh. If you could give one, two, or maybe three ideas, or perhaps even a reminder to leaders out there especially during this time of pandemic, how they can connect better with their workforce, which is probably dispersed. What techniques or ideas might they use to just inject a little bit more humor and fun and to keep people motivated, happy to work with you, just get through this?
Yeah. Well, one of the most important things I'm telling leaders right now is we know even during normal, quote unquote, normal times, if there's ever such a thing, that just the simple act of checking in with your employees is incredibly powerful. One of the most effective things you can do as a leader is just check in. And remember, there's a difference between checking up on employees, especially when they're working remotely, and checking in on an employee. So genuinely checking in on employees, even when you don't talk about work, has been shown to boost morale, to increase trust. So making sure you're just, during these times, extra intentional about doing that. Put it in your calendar. Schedule X number of calls per day and check in with your people. It is so, so critical. One thing you can do that I know some leaders are doing very, very well, and if you're not comfortable with this, just start. I urge you to just start, just try. Just be real, be human, be authentic. But I know so many leaders now that are doing weekly short video messages to their employees so that everybody, working at home, being virtual or in the hybrid workplace, they get a message from their boss, just updating them on stuff. And they throw in a little bit of humor. They talk about some of the things that they might be missing at the office because they're still working at home, some of the highlights, but they also keep it very real, very personal, very authentic. And I think employees really, really appreciate that. And then the third thing, and I'm a huge fan of these, again, during normal times, but especially now, we need to think about this stuff, is look for opportunities to create just a few rituals or traditions. Rituals and traditions are key ways of building a strong culture. They give everybody something to look forward to, something to reminisce about, and they create that sense of shared history that becomes part of that bond of building a strong, vibrant workplace culture. So look for some opportunities. Maybe it's a Monday morning kickoff Zoom huddle where you just get everybody kind of ramped up and excited for the week, or a hump day every Wednesday. You do let's get everyone over the hump. Let's do a quick check-in call, see how everyone's doing. What are your highlights so far? What's your challenge for the next days? Or maybe it's the end of the week, something. Maybe it's a fun, goofy ritual. Here's one of my favorite ones, right? I have thousands of these examples. One of my favorite ones is a company, and you can do this virtually on your virtual meetings. Every Thursday, they hold something called Third Person Thursdays, where everybody talks about themselves, but in the third person. So they refer to themselves in the third person, right? So Mike loves that idea. Hey, Mike, I'll see you at the meeting later on, George. Hey, Mike has an idea. Like, it's so stupid, right? But it's easy for the introverts. It's easy for everyone to get involved. How could you not smile all day if everybody's talking in the third person? So many things that you can do, but I just urge leaders to start somewhere and do something. And remember the importance of connecting and communicating like never before.